Today we're going to do the War of 1812. This is a war, but it's not taking up an entire era like the American Revolution or like the Civil War is going to do. I call this kind of a baby war. What makes it different is we're not going to talk about any battles. You are successful if you can tell me the causes and the effects and maybe any other famous thing that went along with it. This will happen during President Madison, but again, the war is kind of bigger than the president himself. Okay. So, first, we need to just get into what the causes are and learn some new things here. So, there are three pictures here. You are going to match these three descriptions with the three pictures, and these are the causes. So, um, your causes are going to be England interfered with American freedom of seas. England still had forts in American territory and encouraged Native Americans to attack American settlers. The English Navy impressed. You must learn this word today. Impressed means to force military service. So impress means you have like some Navy sailors out in the ocean, and someone from Great Britain slash England um, captures the American ship and basically tells those sailors, "You either come fight with me, or I kill you now." Yeah, impressment's really bad. So we had our sailors being kidnapped and forced to fight for the other side. And it also says this led to the Embargo Act. Americans were prohibited from trading with countries in Europe. Those are actually the causes right there. A trick to remember what the Embargo Act means is embargo means no cargo. I'm going to say it again. You're going to repeat it. Embargo means no cargo. Go. Okay, so Americans were prohibited, not allowed to trade with other countries in Europe because we needed to save our sailors. So we just stopped trading. The only way to protect them is to keep them out of the ocean. Okay, so based on those things I just said, I want you to rewrite this fully into the correct spots matching the pictures. I do want to say, do you see what this is right here? This is scalping. So this is a British soldier, an English soldier. This is a Native American. This is an American. A way you prove you've killed someone, dragging their whole dead body is like, that's a lot of work. It's easier if you would cut the skin off around their scalp, and then you would turn that into someone, say, look, I killed an American. Here's the proof because I scalped them. So much easier, and even if you dragged up, your head is really heavy too. So if someone cuts off someone's head, that's still too heavy to drag. Scalping was a lot easier to prove you've killed somebody. Okay, so right now the teacher's going to pause the video and you're going to match these with the pictures. Go. Okay, now that you're done with that, think about this. If the U.S. is not trading with Great Britain and limiting trade with other countries, how are they getting their goods? Well, time to get to making. They're going to make their own stuff. The Embargo Act is going to lead to more manufacturing. Manufacturing means making things. Okay, this next part is just the events, some famous stuff that happened during this war. This is the least important part of today. But there's this if you didn't know the answer to that, that's the Star Spangled Banner, which is the name of the song that Beyonce was singing. Very difficult song to sing. Okay, this is way too easy. Pick an event. You're gonna do all three. I don't care what order they go in here. You're gonna put the year it happened, who was involved, the people, what happened. Draw me a picture. So this says, hello, my name is Andrew Jackson. In 1814, I fought in the Battle of New Orleans. This was a decisive victory for the United States. So the year's 1814. Who was involved? Andrew Jackson. What happened? You'll tell me what happened and then draw a picture of that battle. Easy. Do that for each of these. So right now the teacher will pause the video so you can complete this chart. Okay, so here's the other very important part, the results, the effects. So you're going to get those effects. You're going to simply answer these questions, guys. This is very simple. So these questions must be answered. What was the name of the treaty that ended the war? What's a treaty again? An agreement, a promise. What's the name that ends this war? What did America gain, if anything? A British blockade caused an increase in what? So blockade, blocking. The United States bought more domestic or foreign, means domestic is at home, foreign another country, products during the War of 1812. Circle one of these. During the era of blank, Americans were all part of the blank political party. American pride, did it decrease or increase during the era of okay. All of those can be answered by reading this. Work together. We should all have the same exact answers. Y'all are so capable of doing this. The read is very easy. And all you have to do is answer the questions. The teacher will pause the video so that you can all read this and answer the questions. Very easy. No problem. Right now, pause the video so you can get educated. Go. Okay, now that you're done with the results, here's an easier way of memorizing the causes and effects of the War of 1812. This is going to be a brain drain. So you're going to do this. Okay, first off, in this brain drain, this is all about the War of 1812. So I'm going to write 1812 right here. You'll hear me in class call this your G boat. So it's how we draw a boat, except for the bottom part, we do a G. This is your G boat brain drain. Right, 1812. The two causes you need to memorize both start with I's. So the first one is Indian attacks. That was a cause. Man, did Americans not like the British saying, hey, Native Americans, don't you hate the Americans? You go kill them and I'll give you money and weapons if you prove you killed them. The next one was impressment. Ooh, were Americans mad? How dare you kidnap our soldiers? You have to memorize that word today. That's a new word to learn. Impressment. Ooh, that looks bad. Memorize it. I'll say it, and if you're not knowing the definition, it'll be hard for you to understand. So that's what you have to do. You actually don't need another point on here. You can just do Indian attacks and impressment. Both start with I's. Well, guess what? Your effects all start with G. Oh my gosh, you'll thank me for how much easier this is. So this every war ends in a treaty. What was the name of the treaty that this ended? That ended this? Ghent. So I'll write that. What was the era? Because Americans were like, oh my gosh, Great Britain couldn't beat us again. We are awesome. Everyone was so proud to be an American. So they entered something called the era of good feelings. Everyone was proud to be an American. Yeah, the British can't beat us. And then another cause of this, because we stopped trading with other countries, we had to produce more goods. Okay, here it is. The causes of the War of 1812 and the effects. You'll thank me when you're testing and you get this stuff right so easily. Because we do have other treaties that we've already learned about, like the Treaty of Paris that ends the American Revolution War, makes America independent. This is the Treaty of Ghent. What do my students do? Mix up the name of the treaties. This brain drain right here will make your life so easy. So that'll be something we'll practice to memorize, and it will go on the front cover of your packet. Okay, so now you're going to give an opinion. Your opinion, and if you don't finish this today, that's fine, because you're going to have time to do this tomorrow. I'm not sure exactly what is going on in class, but you'll have time tomorrow because you're going to do a little review. quick review. Which is worse, impressment of sailors or encouragement of Native American attacks? Guess the only way you can get this wrong is to not do it and not have an opinion. So use your notes, use your thoughts. The most severe cause of the War of 1812 is what? Which one of these? Go ahead and circle which one you think it is. Then give an example why you think it's so bad, and then give it another example. This proves that blank is the worst because, all right? So, you guys think through this. Talk it out. I mean, impressment of sailors, I think that one was really bad because it led to us the Embargo Act, which led us to not trading with other people, which led us to make our own goods, which could be a good thing or a bad thing because maybe we're not good at making our own socks. But have an opinion, think it out. It's not hard. Just tell me which one you think is worse and why. Okay, once you fill it in here, rewrite it out here. If this is blank, that's a 0. So write out the most severe cause of war of 1812 is, you rewrite this out here. This is what I grade. If that's not there, it is a 0 because you did not get educated. You did not think and put all your learning together and show me that you can have an opinion. So that's the last thing you do there. Okay, so you're successful if you can tell me the causes of this war, the effects of this war. Tell me the Star Spangled Banner was written because of this war. And give me an opinion on which cause you think was worse. And that is it for the War of 1812.